looking for the mouse. When I get that other piece, that one I was telling you about,
Uh-huh.
I'll just be able to do that with my right hand as I just continue to draw with my left hand. So it won't be so much pause and staggers, which would be awesome. You know. Tell you what, this little tablet is not bad. I can see the delays though on the actual YouTube video though.
Little tablet. That's not a little tablet. Don't lie.
It's 21. It's a 21-inch tablet.
That's a pretty big tablet, dude.
Yeah, but it's not a Cintiq. I'm actually rocking some Chinese kung fu right now.
So nothing's wrong with Asian stuff, as far as I know.
This is Chinese.
Yeah, I just bought my girlfriend that was it Iowa? I think's the name. I bought her a 10-inch tablet.
Oh yeah, that Huawei. Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
And it's dirt cheap, but dude, spec wise, it was way better than the high dollar ones.
Yeah, they are actually. The only thing is, because I get a lot. I get a lot of technical bulletins, and the only thing they were concerned about is like, since they're built in China and there's no government regulation, to be careful for like spyware and Trojan. Sony did that back in the day, right?
Oh yeah, I mean Netgear got busted for it too. Remember the old blue routers?
Yeah.
Somebody had wrote a back door into the firmware so they could get into every single router that was sold to the United States.
That's crazy.
That's what I love to hear.
So I know people would be like, "Oh no, no, man, you are never truly secure in the digital world."
Mm-hmm.
Heck, that's why I reflashed mine. I run that DDWRT on my router instead of the factory.
Nice. So what other comics are you showing off, man? I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself because I know you're gonna publish a video in your channel.
Yeah, that's gonna come out later on this afternoon.
But like, hey, I mean, ain't nobody watching this stream. I don't.
Yeah, that's why I'm just kind of chit chatting it up. If I see some people in here, I'll act a little more professional.
There's nobody watching this stream. Just I invited my son just so I could have another voice. Plus, he said he'd offer to help anytime.
Yeah, that means it's gonna work, man. Yeah, we just need to get Josh in here.
What is Josh doing?
I don't know.
I don't want to bother him. He's probably, my wife is out doing the me time, beauty treatment, all that good stuff. So
I didn't think I was going to be able to get on this early either, but my girlfriend had a really bad migraine headache, so she went and took a nap. I thought, oh, that's a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, but we got to figure out what days we're going to do the, all-inclusive everybody stream and set up a time and an event, Well,
that's the key to doing these live events is they need to be on a regular schedule.
I was thinking Friday evenings, but I saw that this Friday everybody was, blah, 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 because last time we stayed up to 1 and I'm kind of old, boy. I was struggling Friday at work.
Like, I bet. Yeah, we were up late.
Which it was fun though. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Something I saw on here that you may be interested in too is when you schedule it, it'll send out a notification to all your subscribers.
Yeah.
That it's going to be on at whatever time you scheduled.
Yeah,
so I get that. Scheduling is very important just for that fact to happen.
Yeah, I get that from the other streams that I'm subscribed to, like the Gary Shipman stream and stuff like that. When they're about to come on, it'll tell me like you got like 5 minutes before the stream comes on, or 45 minutes, or an hour before the stream comes on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I roll it like that. It's like, okay, cool. Why does it look like the Hulk just ate a planet?
I mean, he's got a big mouth. I don't know if you ever seen the Hulk in real life. but he's pretty
No,
big.
I haven't seen the Hulk in real life or in not real life.
Looks like he just ate a Carolina Reaper.
Right? This dude is an amazing. Like the guy Paul Pelletor. I can't never pronounce his name. He is an amazing penciler, man. And he's, you know what I liked about him? I met him at the con. He is a humble dude, man. Like super humble.
You're meeting the right people because I hear a lot of the pros that are just jerks.
I mean,
I
Like,
met I met Robbie Reyes at the Raleigh SuperCon, and he wasn't really a. I guess if he would have known that that I like comics from the comics gay community as well, he might have treated me differently, but he didn't know, so it was actually pretty cool. But he's not really an artist; he's a colorist, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I mean that is an artist, I guess,
yeah.
because I can't color.
Well, a lot of them hold different positions.
Well, I'm colorblind too, so you don't want me as a colorist.
Like, you don't see Ethan doing a lot of coloring.
No,
He's
but
just,
he can color if he wants to. I've seen him do some colors for that. When he did that, what if Tony Stark was the Green Lantern?
why Tony Stark is oversaturated?
You know,
not only that, you're pulling Marvel to DC.
yeah, that happens sometimes. I mean, it's not the first time that there has been Marvel and DC characters crossed over.
Oh, that's true.
It happens. It's not unique or new.
No, no. Back in the '90s, they did a little bit of that. There's some Marvel and Image crossover stuff too.
And even that independent one in Kenya one crossed over with DC. That was a good. It was. I don't know if I like the storylines, because it looked like there was a whole bunch of vignettes. But it was for a good cause, so I definitely put money in it. And they wound up raising like $150,000 for the hurricane relief effort off that book.
Nice. I see. I ordered mine through my comic shop.
Oh, really? He did it like
Yeah.
that?
Like, actually, he ordered it for me. Um, we have 5 or 6 Puerto Rican guys that come in there on a regular, so he just automatically ordered every one of them a copy. Because my comic shop is literally 20 minutes from Fort Knox, so we get
Oh,
a lot
okay.
of military in there.
Yeah, I was. Well, I haven't been to Fort Knox. I was at Fort Campbell long, long time ago.
Actually,
So
I'd say 70% of his business is military.
yeah, man. Half these soldiers want to be heroes for real. You know.
Yep.
Well, I'll speak for myself. I wanted to be a hero. I wanted to be Daredevil for a long time.
I mean, if I had to be a hero, Barry Allen, fastest man alive. Just got to throw that out there.
It's not bad. It's not a bad choice, man. There's no right or wrong answer when it comes to these things. I mean, I guess if you're really adamant about it, there's a wrong answer.
I mean, logically speaking, Superman is always the right answer because he's just the strongest, hands down.
What about Shazam?
I mean, Superman has literally everything, depending on what you're reading and what you're talking about. It's actually unfair.
Yeah.
But Shazam's pretty cool too.
Speaking of which, the movie's gonna come out. The guy that played what was that spy movie, spy show on TV, where he was the computer was in his brain.
What?
I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Well, the guy that's gonna play Shazam used to play Chuck. The name of the TV show was Chuck.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he was like the computer guy. Like the computer was in his brain. The whatever they called it, the Oculus. No, I'm just mixing stuff up right now. Don't pay attention to me. I am just mixing stuff up right now. Yeah, the guy that had the Oculus Rift. Nah, man, that wasn't it. You're not a nerd enough. You don't know your stuff. No, I'm just getting old
Um,
and forget stuff.
I mean, I forget stuff from last week, so
I forget
yeah,
stuff from yesterday.
you gotta not worry about what the internet's gonna say about you anyway on that stuff.
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't
it's
worry
just
about
in
that.
general.
There's
Don't
always
worry
gonna be
about
a troll.
anything.
That's why. So I want to have Steve on or John because
Yeah, Caesar
hey, Humphrey Bear,
anti-troll. Who?
Humphrey Bear's in the chat. I didn't realize you were there. I'm sorry. So we have he's a guy that watches a lot of the same streams I watch. Like he watches um see, that's what I'm talking about, my memory. He watches Gary Shipman, he watches Mike S. Miller, he watches EVS, he watches a lot of the streams. I don't know if he's still on there because I just looked over. I didn't realize he was there. So if he's still there, I hope he's listening. Geez. I
Oh,
feel bad.
yeah.
I feel like I'm a bad host now. I feel like I'm a terrible host.
No, it's okay, dude. It's not easy.
Yeah, he's gone.
Damn it, man.
It's really just something you got to learn by habit. There's no real easy way to do it, to be honest.
No. Plus, it's just day one, man. You'll get the
Yeah.
hang of it.
Well, I was drawing, and that's why I like to have other people on other than just me.
Yeah, I was sitting there watching you draw.
I'm playing games right now, so
Let me rephrase that. I'm not drawing. I am inking over somebody else's art. This is not my original art. I'm just practicing inking, so I don't get blasticated. Like I know who drew that for real. Hey, look, man, relax, relax. I'm just working
My
some
video
kinks up.
just finished.
I don't know. Have you done?
Yeah, it's finished encoding now.
And I didn't even know he was subscribed. How did I even find my channel?
that's just how the internet works, man. People are searching and they find stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I wish he would have stayed on, man.
I'm sure we weren't super entertaining at the moment.
No, we was just talking, whatever. It's all good though. I ain't mad. You know. Not mad and that's what I was telling y'all. Like I really need somebody else watching because if when I start drawing, I'm so focused that it's hard for me
Josh
to
is the
talk.
same way.
It's hard for me to talk. It's hard for me to keep an eye on everything. It is what it is.
I'm not actively looking at the chat right now, so
It's cool. You're
I could
drawing.
pull it up if you want, but
Nah, you're good. I'm gonna look over every so often from now on.
yeah, generally speaking, 10 seconds is a good rule. Yeah, the benefit since we have really good internet, they usually we only have like a couple seconds delay.
Yeah.
So you could have that working for you.
Boom. I'm sitting here working it out. Yeah. This is the advantage of digital drawing, man. I just squiggle around, boom, boom, boom. I get black areas quick. I mean, there's a delay, obviously, because I haven't seen oh yeah, there it is. It just popped up. That's nice.
Should be a couple seconds.
Let's see if it shows that real quick. There's a slight delay. I think if you're on the Google Hangouts though, it's like automatic. The only problem with the Google Hangout is it doesn't show.
Yeah, your YouTube chat.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
I'm wondering.
Boom.
There you go, Jimmy.
What's up, buddy?
If you go to your stream
Uh huh.
and where the chat is, there's
Yeah.
three dots off to the right.
Control C. Uh huh.
And then if you there's a pop out chat, it'll let you pop the chat out into a separate window all by itself.
All right, hold on, Papa. All right, let me go to the Google Hangouts again, right?
Uh-huh.
No, to my stream, to my stream.
Yeah, your
Uh,
stream, YouTube stream.
3, pop out.
And then
Boom.
you can minimize YouTube and just have that chat room up.
That is amazing, dude.
Less
You're
less
like
screen real estate.
you're like the greatest, man. See, we're working it out. We're working it out.
Dude, I don't have an IT job for nothing.
I do. Just chill. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what my boss said in my last review was he said doesn't matter which problem we give you, you always seem to be able to figure it out.
That's awesome, dude. That's what I am too. I'm a troubleshooter. That's the only reason why I like working IT. I like to troubleshoot.
Same here.
Problem solving. It's a good
Yeah,
skill.
I like that challenge.
It's something that I'm good at. Just I might not know anything about what the program you're running but I'll troubleshoot it. I will troubleshoot the heck out of it. Most of the time though, I'm just chilling. Yeah, the pop out chat. That's clutch right there. That is clutch.
I have to wait till we're done before I start uploading.
Oh, dude, if you want to kill the stream, man, we can.
Oh no, dude, I want to hang out.
You know, it's just me and you and Humphrey Bear was there for like a half a second. You know. Oh man, he's a cool kid, man. I like him. He's really respectful. Well, I'm not gonna say he's a kid. He's probably like my age. I like
Hey,
because I
another thing
noticed
you can
that.
do to boost people too, man, is once you get your hangout started or your stream started on YouTube,
Mhm.
drop that link on your YouTube page.
Oh,
Or not
the
YouTube, but your Facebook page.
yeah. You know what? Huh?
Then friends and family will see it too.
Oh, smack! What was that? Went off. Let me see. Do I have to go on my YouTube, on the stream, or my actual page?
Uh, go to the stream. Yeah, let me pull it back up on my screen so I can tell you correctly.
Hey, I got one thumbs up.
That's good. I don't know how that equates, but that's good.
I'm gonna share it to Facebook.
Yeah, there you go. You found it.
Jesus, why you asking me to log in? Google, don't you have all of my passwords?
Mine's been asking me
You
a
might want
lot
to be
here
careful
lately.
not to like leak your passwords or anything.
No, I'm looking. It's not being published.
Yeah, keep it on your second screen.
Yeah. Keeping it on the screen where I'm watching the Google Hangouts. Say something. All right. Let's see. Practicing. I gotta learn how to spell. Practicing.
Spelling is hard. I don't care what anyone says.
Stream.
What they make autocorrect for?
Yeah. Sometimes autocorrect does it wrong though. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying
That's
to spell
true.
something and then it just autocorrects it anyways. You never win. You never win.
Oh yeah, I tried to
Boom.
put live chat up earlier and it said lice chat.
Nice, dude.
What I do? Oh, boom, 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 boom. Post on Facebook. And there, boom. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. All right, now I'm gonna load this. I got my pop-up chat. I'm gonna go back to practicing my inks. Boom. I don't know if you can tell at the bottom of this. There's somebody squished by Hulk. His face is all jacked up.
Oh, it is.
I didn't know that the first time I inked it, because this is the second time I've inked it. I'm just doing it, like I said, for
Look at
practice.
the fingernail peeling backwards off his
You
hand.
see it right here?
Look at the finger next to that. It's bent backwards.
You see that right there? And then over here, like he got smashed. Hulk smashed for real.
I'm sure it'd be all right.
Now he's a goner.
Oh, rip.
This is like a Planet Hulk type moment,
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
but he is crushed. Like right through here.
Sometimes people just get crushed, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially when they cross paths with the Hulk. So you see right there, that's what Philip was talking about. Hey, do you want me to use Bitbiter or Philip?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. I don't, because some people get kind of squirrely about using their real names.
No,
I just want to go by Eugene.
So
I've been using Bitbiter for the last 20 years, so I'm pretty sure I've associated the two multiple times over that amount of time.
yeah.
Man, gotta watch out for the DDoS. Hide the name.
Dude, if they want it, they'll find it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, because so many social medias are connected nowadays. You know, you got your LinkedIn connected to your Gmail, and your Facebook connected to your Instagram, and you know what I mean.
Google does it to me anyway.
Google's
Yeah.
My account is Bitbiter, but a lot of programs again, it automatically says Philip.
Yeah.
This is like, how do you know?
Oh, that's what I said. What was Google asking me about to put the password in? You know it already. Google, you got me on lockdown. You know.
to be polite, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, we know what your password is, but do you know what your password is? We're testing you now.
Are you the real Jimmy?
You know, we're testing you now, son. What are you gonna do? If you fail, we will drain your bank account.
And Google could probably do that if they wanted to. That's the sad part.
Yeah, and put some ransomware on your computer so you can't prove that we did anything. And we'll send you another email to your phone with instructions on how to pay us so you can get the key to your own data. There you go.
But if you have an Android phone, then they're just gonna brick your phone too.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to break any phone.
Not really. Remember back when they could just send text messages to brick the phone? Back on iPhone. That was funny. I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing, and this is what people don't realize. Any system can be hacked. Any system can be breached.
Yep.
Any system can be exploited, right? Linux, Unix, Windows, Apple, it does not matter. But the problem is this, right? What people don't realize, a lot of people can't afford MacBooks because they're so doggone expensive, but everybody has Windows. So by proxy, anybody that wants to hack, they're going to hack the highest volume because they're going to get more bang for their buck. So if they can find an exploit that is related to Windows, and they know that, let's say there is 3.5 million people in Puerto Rico, let's say out of those 3.5 million in Puerto Rico, 3 million are using Windows and 500,000 are using Mac. So who do you think they're going to attack? What is their highest return on investment for all that time they're going to spend either kitty scripting or finding out those exploits?
Kitty scripting, I like it.
You know, I don't even know if that's a term anymore.
It is.
I'm really showing my age.
It is.
You know,
I mean, kids these days, they all call them hackers, but most of them are kitty scripters. Most people don't make the scripts; they just know the people to get the scripts.
You know,
that's all I was back in the day. I didn't know how to write code, so I couldn't write my own apps. So,
I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. It's just like people like to give false credit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like when you see a painting on someone's wall, you don't automatically assume they draw it, do you? But for some reason, when it comes to hacking, everyone assumes it's their hacks and their scripts.
Well, everything lives a fingerprint or a thumbprint. Everything.
Yep.
See, the group I used to belong to, I don't even know if they're still around anymore. They were called Binary Revolution,
Right.
with the alias name of Digital Dog Pound.
Nice.
I heard of them.
Out of Florida.
I've heard of them. I don't remember what I heard about them, but I've heard of them.
Now, see, this tells my age on it too. A lot of the hacks we were doing were actually just phone hacks, and not like digital phones, analog phones.
Yeah, that's what they call that. When I took
Freaking.
Security Plus, they called it vishing with a V instead of phishing.
Yeah,
They call it vishing with a V. I'm probably not pronouncing it right. The Puerto
We
Rican
did,
is coming out of me.
we did a podcast one night where we hacked Walmart's phone system and was able to talk over their PA system. That was a pretty fun night. Used to do a lot of, how to make free phone calls from a payphone, that type stuff.
Yeah.
How to spoof your number on caller ID.
Yeah. Now Mac spoofing comes built into Windows.
Oh yeah.
It comes in.
That's how I get my Xbox to work inside of a hotel room.
Yep. I was about to say it comes in built into the Xbox, as a matter of fact. It's a lot easier. I know that it's a lot easier for me to IP spoof on Linux than it is on Windows, even though it's built in on Windows, but because it's just a command line that I type. I just turn that into a script and then I just run it every so often when I'm running my Linux boxes, which I haven't done in a while.
You should make Hulk purple, by the way. I mean, you're inking, so you can't, but if you were, make him purple.
Yeah, Purple Hulk.
Yeah, dude.
I think Marvel might have something to say about that.
What are they going to say?
You happen to pick up the new Batman book, man?
The one where he's over there flashing everybody?
Yeah.
No, I haven't got it. But what the funny thing is?
It's already sold out, man.
I bet it is.
They're on second print now.
They already issued out a statement where they're not going to do that again. They're going to censor it.
Yeah. Yeah, the second prints are censored.
But it was actually a smart move to get some controversy going for DC.
Yeah, I know. To me, they did it just to get a leg up on Comicsgate, I think. Get people looking back at them again.
Yeah, well, I don't think DC really, really has to worry about the independent sides too much. I think Marvel more than anything, maybe Image, has something more to say about that. I guess there's a big Twitter war now with one of the Image writers or comic book guys with a Comicsgate guy. Like, I don't want your money anyway, guy. It's like
I ended up picking up that book. I did get first print, and I got the Jim Lee variant.
Yeah, watching Jim Lee draw is amazing. I watch his Twitch.
I don't watch a whole lot of people sketching, other than Jim Lee and Art Germ.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I ran into this guy at Walmart of all places. I don't know if it's Mexican, Ecuadorian, but he is an artist. And he was asking me why I was buying all this equipment, and I told him that I was going to, try to start streaming some of my art and whatnot. And he's really interested in it. Told me to friend him in Facebook. But this guy, I'd seen his Facebook page. This dude is good. He's been doing this for a long time. He's old. He's like, well, I'm not going to say old because old is a matter of perspective. So he's an elder gentleman. He's an elder guy, He's a little bit older than I am by about 10 or 20 years. So that makes him old in my book. Anyway, because I'm not exactly what you call a young buck or spring chicken.
Never heard that spring chicken. That's a new phrase to me.
That's an old phrase. That's a 50s phrase or a 30s phrase, right? And they used to call people what? Whippersnappers, spring chickens.
I
Hooligans.
grew up listening to all
Delinquents.
that, so
You know, they was like, oh my gosh, there ain't no spring chicken, buddy. And yeah,
looks like nobody's in Messenger.
yeah, it's fine. You know, I'm just gonna I'm gonna rock out this practicing this ink thing, and you know, for a little bit longer. If you want to stay, you're welcome to.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere, man.
You know.
Enjoying the conversation.
Oh yeah, man. Just and that's what I wanted the fellas to do. Just come back in and shoot the breeze that we do on our Xbox chats. You know, just whatever. No topic. No agenda. I gotta lower the mic because I'm lowering my head to sketching the area. So if there's a volume fluctuation, I apologize.
I haven't heard that. Been fine.
Yes, if it's like behind your mic, you have to understand your mic won't pick it up because it only picks up stuff in front. So
Yeah.
you're good.
I had rubbed up against my head, and I got that gel in my hair. I figured it would go.
Nah, you high quality mics. It's all good. But I mean, it helps to have a topic to talk about. But honestly, yeah, just having people helps you, with the flow of conversation.
And that's what I was hoping for. I was like, man, maybe I can get some of the fellows in. Because, I was drawing. I didn't even see. I think, and I apologize to Humphrey Bear if you watch this later on. I am sorry. I just did not see you pop in and out. Don't hold it against me if we run into each other on the other chats and streams. It was purely accidental. Purely accidental. Because I was so focused on this. And it's one of the reasons why I want other people just other than myself on it. So, I might have to if John or somebody else joins, I might make him a moderator or something.
I just recommend for moderation, just honestly, right now you don't really need moderation.
No,
but if you do, just have like one trusted person. I mean, I'm saying like early on when you only have like 10 people average, you don't really need mods until you start getting up there, like 30, 50 people. Maybe you need one or two.
Yeah, I don't foresee this channel growing in leaps and bounds. It's just us having fun, and that's just what it's really what I want it to be more than anything. If it kicks, if it pops off, or whatever the terminology nowadays is, that's awesome, But it's great. And right now I'm loving the setup. The mic is right near my face. I can draw without having to look for the mic because the arm is right there. Boom, and so I'm kind of enjoying this. Now, once I get the other piece of equipment that allows me not to pause so much to find my mouse, that would be awesome.
Now the next step is just being consistent. All you have to do is keep going at it,
Yeah,
eventually you'll get somewhere.
And eventually,
Can you not use your stylus to scroll around?
I can't because it doesn't work with Clip Studio for some reason. It does not work with Clip Studio. I don't know why. I have to have a mouse hooked up right now, and it's really frustrating.
I was looking at Autodesk. I think it's called Sketchpad.
Yeah, that's nice. I was gonna use that.
It works with the Surface, and you can use the wheel, the Surface wheel.
Mm-hmm.
It'll work with it too, which is what Josh has been talking about.
So I don't know why it just doesn't work. Like this stylus that I have has buttons, right? And like I can scroll, I can zoom, and you see, I can do that with the sidebar on the side of the other tablet itself, right? But I'm supposed to be able to put down my stylus on I don't know if you can see it, but the stylus is over here. I can't scroll up and down. And if I put it at the bottom, I don't know if you can see it. I can't scroll side to side either. And it's supposed to do that. And I don't know. And I don't know why it's not doing that. So I have to actually bring my mouse over. And I'm left-handed, right? So I have to grab my mouse with my left hand, But if I get that thing from Amazon, sorry about that. www.amazon.com. Boom. Clips Paint. Clip Studio Mate. So this is what we're looking at. The Tab Mate. I bought this one, the 79, because I'm not paying 81 if I can pay 79.
That's true.
So this is what it is right here, right? So there's a little thing. It's got the scroll wheel. Let me see if I can print. So it's got the scroll wheel, and it's got the zoom in and out, and it's got some hotkeys that you can program. And I guess I didn't see the trigger, so it's got a trigger, and it's made by Clip Studio Paint to work with this program. But basically, you just put it in your right hand. You got your stylus on your left hand. I got this on my right hand, and I can work it out. I have yet to draw like that, but but this is what I'm looking at. I think they have a video on here. Do they have the video? They don't have the video. Yeah. See, they got a whole bunch of stuff, that they got one you can put it around your ring finger. They got a shortcut. See, this is the Wacom one. And but I want to get this one, and hopefully it'll work. So we'll see, And I'm running this right. Am I running the Pro? No, I'm running this one. No, I'm not running that one. Am I running that one? I am running this one. Paint Studio, Clip Studio EX. That's what I'm running.
Yeah, I looked at that.
But this is
you got the other version that's like what, $200 more than that version.
Yeah, I bought the highest version because eventually when I improve enough, it allows you to draw comics. It does all the stuff for you, the paneling and
Mm-hmm.
And then not only that, but it has a feature.
Oh, so yours is the high dollar one.
Yeah, mine is the high dollar one. It has a feature where you can publish straight to Comixology. So I guess eventually I'll create a Comixology account.
I haven't heard that term in a long time.
Do digital comics?
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing, right? I don't want to. I'm not like Josh is way better than I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and I know even though his art is good, and I put him out there all the time, that it'll be hard to get that kind of fundraising Kickstarter money like Comicsgate is doing, And if you do it that way, you also run the risk. Like, I don't want to put Josh in a situation where I'll say, yo, man, just run your campaign to Comicsgate. When Josh has other dreams and he might not want to be an independent comic artist for the rest of his life, because it seems
he really likes the conventions, and that was my big worry, is that he get banned from commission.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I don't want happen to him, because he don't deserve that. He just wants to be a comic book creator, independent comic book creator. And there are people that are independent that are not associated. So Ethan and them call it Comicsgate adjacent, which means basically they're independent comic book writers, right? And that's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to maintain your individuality or your anonymity, man, my Spanglish is kicking in. And that, I think that's your right. It's your prerogative to see how you want to do, how you want to publish yourself, how you want to do your work. And you shouldn't, if you don't want to be pigeonholed or you don't want to be associated or whatever the case may be, that's your decision. Everybody has to make a decision, and then whatever decision you make, you got to deal with the consequences of that decision, right?
Yep.
And so that's fine. If you're like, yo, I'm not really interested in going with the extra grievance. At one point you get the publicity, and then that's just a crapshoot too. Like, do they, if the Comicsgate people, well, Edwin Boyette, not so much. If he likes your book, if you tell him, hey, Edwin, check out my book, he'll check it out. If he likes it, he'll give it a signal boost. He doesn't care about anything else. You know what I'm saying? He just wants to see good books out there. I like that. But if you don't get signal boosted by the big Comicsgate guys. And for whatever reason, maybe they feel your art is not up to par, you're not ready. You know what I'm saying? It's business after all, and your reputation is part of your business. And if you're endorsing subpar stuff, which I can understand, nobody wants to endorse subpar stuff. If you're endorsing subpar stuff, then people are gonna think that all your quality work is like that.
Well, he's not even really comics though, is he?
Who Edwin?
Edwin.
Yeah, no, I was talking. No, I had flipped from Edwin back to Ethan.
Ethan. Okay, yeah.
Because Ethan, you know, if Edwin signal boost you, but if you want to get signal boosted by Ethan and the big guys, I'm talking about the big guys, the John Malins. Well, not so much John Malin. I take that back and I apologize, John. I seen John actually promoting a lot of books lately. He is really he's really taking a step up and trying to show the world different avenues from Kickstarter and whatever. So so John is actually signal boosting a lot of books, at least 3 or 4 that I excuse me that I've seen on his videos. So I'll take that back. But Ethan is more weary and leery. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't want he anything associated with Ethan, he wants it to be top quality. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't
So
blame him.
and I don't
He's got a reputation to keep. So.
exactly because your reputation, whatever your reputation is, if whatever you endorse is partially part of what your reputation is going to be, like you don't want people saying, well, dude, this dude endorses trash, so his stuff must be trash. And I understand he's got 25 going on 26 years of comic book experience. So I don't get mad at that. But what I'm saying is simply labeling yourself Comicsgate does not mean you're going to be successful and a successful independent comic creator. I guess that's the long way of what everything I was saying is to say that just because you say you're Comicsgate doesn't mean you're going to be successful. And just because you're independent outside of Comicsgate doesn't mean that you're going to be a failure. So my theory is, because I know I'm not a top level artist by any chance. I am a rookie still learning, right? My theory is if and when I'm ready, right, to publish something, I would rather start out with a platform like Comixology, right? Where I can self-publish, get it out there. Amazon, will boost your stuff if it's good. If it starts selling, Amazon will put it up. How they on their little trending thing. And if it starts selling good enough, maybe Anarchic Press or Alternative Comics or somebody else will want to pick it up and publish it on physical, right? And I'm just saying it's what I'm saying. The way I'm going about it is I don't want it to be. I understand everybody has to pay their dues, and I don't mind paying my dues. I don't mind, waiting my turn. When I'm ready and when I feel that my craft has improved enough that I can put something out that's good. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put out trash either, but but you have to be you just have to be confident, and you have to make sure that the product you're going to put out is going to be good, that your ideas are good, and but that's also subjective because there's nothing really that's new. Everything is a copy off of or based off of or you know what I mean, or it's been done in a different way.
Well, I get what you're saying too, and like with me, I've only backed 3 of the Comicsgate's projects, and it's because there's only 3 that I think that I will really enjoy.
And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's
I'm not backing them just to be backing them. I want good product too.
And that's exactly right, and that's what you want to do. You want to ensure that when you're doing, that you're backing some good stuff. That now, the thing that I do not like about the Indiegogo model, right, is you're gonna do an Indiegogo model, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that you're gonna have to eventually produce these works, right? Well, let me back. All right, people like Mike Miller who are doing other work because they have to feed their family, and Indiegogo was something like if it kicks off, then I'll start it. I'm good with that. Ethan has been knowing that he's gonna do it. You know what I mean? And but his comic doesn't come out till December.
Oh, did he
Now,
push it back? I thought it was November.
okay, November. Yeah, I'm sorry. November. You're right. You know, and I understand that he's got a colorist and he's trying to do the great book and he's doing the printing and all that stuff. I get it. It's a big process. I understand. I understand. But you would figure that. Well, let me just say that I would have already been working on it or had something going on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't have waited because the thing that I do not like about this model is the fact that you have to wait so long to
Oh,
receive
to
your
receive your
book.
book. Yeah.
You know, take example I bought in Kenya, the one that we bought. We pre-ordered it and we got it, whenever we got it. But they already said, hey, you're gonna get it at such and such date. If you order it now, you can get the pre-order. You can wait till it comes out,
Well,
right?
a lot of people don't understand too. Is like when you buy comic books from the shop, your shop owner is pre-ordering that 3 months in advance. Diamond wants you to order 3 months in advance. Um, like everybody, if you're a serious collector, you get what's called a previews catalog, and it's what Diamond is going to release 3 months from the day you got that catalog.
Right. But the catalog only has what thumbnails of what the book is supposed to be.
Yeah, it's just a short little thing. I mean, it'd be a super thick book if it was more than that. Um, and it's multiple books now too. Marvel has its own separate book, DC has its separate book, and then you got Image with the Image Plus book. The Image Plus book really breaks down the details of the comics, um, whereas the other ones it's just a short synopsis of what's happening. You might get to see the cover A, but not the rest of the covers because they haven't been completed yet.
Right. Yeah, and that is true too. I gotta look at all the angles. I'm not trying to bash anybody. You
But
know,
to your normal consumer, putting that money up front like that and waiting that long is a scary thought,
but yeah, you think about it,
especially
right?
with Indiegogo, where there's no absolute promise that they are going to produce a product.
Right. They got the flexible goal and they get their money and then you're at that hop. Okay, so you got the money, you know, and that's why sometimes as the consumer, because we're the consumers now, right? So we're the customers, right? For
Hmm.
Comicsgate or whomever we're buying from, right? And they're pushing out these channels and they're signal boosting, and when they're talking about anything other than and it's their prerogative what they want to talk about. But when they're talking about anything other than the book that they're creating, or like I like to see like Mike Miller for Lone Star, he will sit down and draw Lone Star and do his chat. So you get a feeling, you get a sense that he is, he's working for his money. He knows you're the customer. He knows you want to see progress. He feels like, he wants to deliver you a great book and he wants you to know that it's being worked on. He wants to ease your mind. And sometimes you get to see it. Sometimes he'll say a spoiler. Sometimes he'll just show you the top or a panel from the book. But I like the way he does that because
Yeah,
it
I
allows you
understand
to
that
it
because
allows you to
Ethan,
see.
I'll go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say Ethan had somebody had asked him how many pages you have done, and his answer was, "I'm not going to tell you." And
Yeah.
to me, that was a little disturbing.
But the thing is this, right? And everything. So so sometimes when you accuse people of things, you wind up being that thing, or you wind up doing the same thing. So you have to be
Oh
careful
yeah,
what you say or do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I
that's true.
say I have to be careful what I'm saying and what I'm doing, because you know I'm not perfect. So I say that to say this, and I'm not saying that this is the case. I'm not saying that this is what's happening or that this is what's going on. Okay. But when you complain that the comic book industry is dying, right? Because the artists are being rude to the customers, right?
Hmm.
And then a customer that paid you, I don't know, 150. We don't know what tier that guy bought, right? But there was tiers all the way up to what, $5,000 to be a part of the comic book. I think he dropped that from 5 to 3,000. Let's just say, for to play devil's advocate, that person was one of the $3,000 subscribers or backers, right?
Hmm.
Let's just say that. And let's just say he was the one asking, hey, what page are you on? Right? And he tells him, hey, I'm not telling you Jack. Now he just did, right? In my eyes, the same thing he accused the comic book professionals of doing to the fans. He just misaligned that fan. He's like,
Yeah,
hey, now maybe he said it jokingly and the fan took it as a joke. You don't know. I don't know. I
that's
don't know what
true. That's true.
their interaction is. Maybe they know each other. You know what I'm saying? He knows the screen name, and he knows like specifically who he's talking to, and he knows that when he says that, the guy will take it as a joke. Do I know the context? No, because there was one person broadcasting and one person typing, so we don't know. But from the outside looking in, if someone were to take a snippet of that particular interaction, you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, yeah, Comicsgate talks about about us misaligning our fans or treating our fans bad, but here we go. They're doing the same thing. So you have to be careful. But like I said, I don't know the context. They could have been playing, they may know each other,
Yeah.
uh, and it could have been all in good fun. So so who knows? It could be a big nothing. But what I'm saying is, when you attack somebody hard, like you have the comics book industry, sometimes you gotta walk that fine line,
Hmm.
And I know Evs, he's not a bad guy. I mean, I don't know him personally. Let me rephrase that. But from his interaction on the videos and blah blah blah,
Oh no.
he's a good guy. He seems like a really good guy who likes to have fun and make jokes.
Yeah, I
He
don't have
takes
any problems with him.
and he takes a lot of abuse from the fans, with the pies and the 5XL shirts and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
You know. So maybe he's just having fun. But you don't know. I don't know. You know. But I just bring points up just to be interesting. Like, hey, think about it. This could have been whatever. But like I said, maybe they know each other, and maybe it's not such a big deal. You know. So maybe not. Who knows? Might be a big non-issue, but as a customer who bought both Lone Star and Cyberfrog, right?
Uh-huh.
I like it when Mike Miller is actually posting or doing videos, right, of the work that he's putting out for the comic, because it gives me a peace of mind. It doesn't mean that it's like you said though. There is no guarantee that the product is going to be pushed out, but at least for that time being, it gives me a little bit of peace of mind.
Doing a good job at this inking, man.
I'm really good. I'm not gonna say I'm really good. Say because
Quick.
I think with well, because it's digital. If I was doing it traditional, um I would be a little bit more careful, because you can't you can't undo that. But I did buy a light box though. So now if I do mess up in ink, I can just light box it and redo it. But thanks though. But it's just I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking nonsense, talking out the side of my neck. But seeing Mike Miller pushing out work and whatever, then it gives me maybe a false sense of security. Who knows? But it gives me some hope that this book will come out.
No, I think they'll all come out.
Well, here's the thing, right?
There's too much at risk for them not to come out.
Yeah, if they fail forever.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? Ethan did do a stream saying that they're gonna anybody that they endorse, they're gonna hold them accountable for pushing the book out. Like you have to push your book out. If we endorse you, the
Yeah,
book.
I caught that stream.
You saw that stream?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what I don't understand,
Which is good.
yeah, I mean, but how is he gonna guarantee that though? How
Yeah,
is
I
he
don't
gonna
know how
guarantee
they
that?
do not know.
You know, is he gonna make everybody sign a contract? If you're endorsed by Comicsgate Live, or Ethan Van Sciver, you're under obligation to fulfill your your book. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a hard one to say. I mean, I'm glad it was said because I think some people were worried, but
Well, the only reason, one of the reasons why people are worried is because they got people on Twitter going back and forth all the time about that Comicsgate is just another ripoff. The books are not going to come out. You're being grifted, and stuff like that. You know,
I mean, I think there's some people out there that are using the Comicsgate
for a quick
hashtag
buck.
and stuff that are just trying to get a quick buck.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing though. even Ethan says Comicsgate is a movement, not a
Mm-hmm.
brand. You know,
That's true.
and but you got people that are really really mad that are independent comic book writers that rock the Comicsgate hard, right? That they're all day on all night Comicsgate, but some of those people are not. I don't know how to explain it. Like their
Well,
their ideals are a little bit off. Like I don't know if I want to buy their stuff.
yeah, I would agree.
I don't know if I agree with what they stand for, what they're saying, and I don't know if they can keep the whole idea. So the whole idea is keep your politics. All right. So let me go back. Marvel and DC, and especially Stan Lee, have always used the political climate as a backdrop for their comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever was happening, like Captain America was in, Afghanistan, blasty blast, World War II, and all that stuff, right? We've all seen that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a propaganda piece. It wasn't like X-Men. X-Men is a great example for the civil rights movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
They use X-Men to represent the civil rights movement, and but they did it in a way that it wasn't divisive, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you can have politics in there. You don't need to choose a side on it. And
Exactly.
don't have to push that agenda.
And that's what that is well said, my friend. Well said. I don't mind if that's the premise, but don't tell me this or that or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to tell me how I'm supposed to think, how I'm supposed to feel, or if my beliefs are wrong compared to yours. And they may be. I'm not perfect. Everybody has a set of beliefs, and they may be different, and that's fine. Like, hey, if you believe in this or that or whatever, I can not believe in the same thing and still be your friend. You know,
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I have a lot of friends that don't believe in their beliefs, so
because
but we're still friends. Yeah.
the thing is, I think I watch a lot of Jordan Peterson. That might right there might kill this stream forever. I I watch a lot of Jordan B. Peterson, and that guy says a lot of things that to me make sense, and there's some things that I don't agree with, but that doesn't stop me from tuning in every so often and seeing what he has to say, because variety is actually it's a good thing, because if everybody thinks like you think, nothing will ever get invented. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like invention comes out of necessity. The dude has a necessity, he makes an invention. Can opener. Then I can't open no cans. Make a can opener, you know, or whatever, whatever the case may be. you know, so you need that. You need variety. You need people to be different. You need people to think differently than you, to see things differently than you. And sometimes they'll be right, sometimes they won't be right. Sometimes you'll be right, sometimes you'll be wrong. But the thing is, if you don't have multiple ways of looking at life and a problem, then how are you going to be able to do some of these things? Why is it doing that? I gotta close the loop. There you go. So that's why I say, it's okay. It really is okay to be different, to have your own way, and if I don't agree with you, it's not because I hate white people or I'm racist against white people. I just don't agree with you at that particular time. You know what I'm saying? And like vice versa. Just because you don't agree with me on something doesn't mean you hate Ricans or whatever. It just means that at that point in time we hit a point where we just don't agree on something, and who cares? We move on from there. We just say it is what it is on that count.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just keep it moving. But to to get upset, angry, or I mean, you can get upset and angry. Anger is a health is anger done right is healthy. You know what I'm saying? Anger done wrong gets you put in jail.
Correct.
So there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how you act on it. It's like anything else. How do you act on it? I get angry all the time. And I'll be the first one to say it's because I'm Puerto Rican. I'm like, hey, I'm Puerto Rican. I get angry a lot. It is what it is. I don't mean, but I also once I say what I gotta say and I spit out my venom, sometimes a little overboard. Then I'll go back and say, I was wrong or whatever. I was just angry and I'm good. But once I get it out, it's out. Like I'm not dwelling on it.
I think a lot of people are like that.
Once it's out, because sometimes you just need to vent. Now that person might not deserve the vent the way you vented. And that's between you and them, and how you believe and how you were raised. If you want to go in and apologize, or if you just want to stay angry, I don't think it helps to stay angry at anybody. But everybody's not me. But we're getting off topic now. Well, we never had a topic. So
Now we're just chit chatting, man.
you know.
We got no viewers at the moment, anyway.
Oh yeah. We've had no viewers for a while, but someone subscribed while we were. I got.
Oh yeah.
Got Randy Moss subscribed to your channel. I don't even know who Randy Moss is.
He must have caught one of your other videos.
I don't know who this dude is.
I never saw him drop in anyway.
Yeah. And then of course, how to draw a portrait profile with Gary and Shani. Gary Shipman is like, he's pretty good. I might pirate his stream and put it on this channel. They're like, oh, hey. No, I'm not gonna do that. I love Gary Shipman. If I was gonna say, if anybody's watching, you should go check him out. There's nobody watching. But if anybody sees this,
a couple times.
Yeah, if anybody watches the replay, I guess we should have said this in the beginning. Okay, so so here's the pitch, right? I'm a hobbyist who's pretty much self-teaching himself how to draw. We have Josh, who's way better than me, who's supposed to be co-streaming with me once we get all of this set up and done. And part of it is going to be him teaching me how to draw. As part of it is going to be both of us drawing. In October, we're both going to participate in Inktober. So we're going to try to push a drawing every day. We may do it on separate. He might do it on Twitch. I might do mine on YouTube. And then we might do a show at the end of the month to showcase everything we did in one stream and talk about it. Hopefully y'all would join us. This is not a professional art channel. You're more than welcome to join anytime you want to. Hey, draw along and we can all figure it out at the same time. In the meantime, we have Philip or Bitbiter. He is Abbott, comic book collector. He loves to talk about comics. He has his own channel where he posts a lot of backlog issues that he receives. And he may be talking about them. Or we don't have any topics of discussion. We just kind of talk whatever whatever pops into our minds. We've been gaming together for 3 or 4 years now. So we wanted to take that same banter that we do on Xbox Live and kind of bring it over to YouTube, and we hope that everybody enjoys and that you like and subscribe to both channels. I guess I got to learn how to put the channels on the description. So I will definitely do that after the live stream, just in case anybody's interested. And I'm not really expecting a lot out of this. I just want to have some fun with my friends and, draw a little. And in case you missed it and you're coming in, which I don't see anybody coming in, I'm just practicing inking right now. On a digital format because it's way easier. I'm still trying to figure out how to set up the cameras. I bought some stands for the iPhone and for a 720p camera that's doing 68 frames per second. I think the frames are more important than it does both 1080 at 30 and 720 at 60. So I guess you get to choose what you want. And but I think Philip or Bitbiter, he's gonna teach me how to bump up the FPS once everything is recorded and done. So we don't know if we're going to be going live on that. We're expecting to go live at least once a week on a live stream, and we're hoping it's going to be on Fridays. If you subscribe and hit the notification for both channels, because we don't know if we're going to alternate channels yet or not, and we don't know if we're going to do multiple or multicast where his channel is going and my channel is going. I don't know if that's counterproductive or if it's actually just reaching out more people. But we'll work it all out. And so John, one of our friends, suggested broadcasting in Facebook Live. It's not a bad idea. I would have to get OBS, and I don't know if OBS is going to capture the sounds that I'm doing because right now we're using Google Hangouts. And but we're going to work all those kinks out. Maybe we'll do a simulcast. But it was really hard for me to pay attention. We had one guy jump in and jump out, and I apologize for missing him. While I'm over here inking, it was really hard for me to pay attention to what's going on. So that's why I want to have people like Bitbiter, and my son was on here for a little bit. He dipped out to help moderate, or not moderate, but to keep an eye on what's going on. Because even though I got the pop-up chat out, if I bring it over here and I start drawing, it's going to disappear. So yeah. So I have to keep it on the other monitor.
I'm watching it for now.
So I have to put it over there.
You better get that off or your wife's going to kill you.
Oh, that's my favorite picture of her when we were dating. I do have to change my background, though, especially if I'm going to be doing this. Yeah. As a matter of fact, hold on. Personalize. Then we're going to go with something less. There you go for now. And boom.
We all love it, but I'm sure she'll wring your neck for that.
Oh, yeah. She might be watching live, but I don't see her on there, so maybe not. I told her we were going to be practicing. I really wanted to test this mic out, see how I picked up my voice. I had the fan going on full blast. You say you're not picking that up. That is amazing. You say that voice is coming in clear. I will listen to we had to mute the YouTube broadcast because we were getting that echo thing, and that's not good. That's no bueno.
Yeah,
So,
you're actually clearer than Xbox chat. So
oh yeah, this microphone is amazing. Well, I paid $99 for it. Jeez, if my wife finds out, well, she will now that she sees this. Um, you
you
know,
just told her.
yeah, I just told her. I just told, baby, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but if you go to the store, and I'm not saying buy it, you already got a mic, you sound good, da 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 da. But if you go to the store and you pick up a blue Yeti, I'm not saying pick it up as in buy it, just pick up the box. There is that old school heft, like it's made out of metal instead of plastic.
So
It,
it's got
it
some weight to it.
it's got weight. It feels sturdy. It feels solid. It feels like a quality mic. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I think the Snowball is more plasticky. Um, but I heard it's good quality too. Now, the thing with the Snowball, and like I was telling Philip earlier, this one has a mute button on right at the front, and I can just mute myself whenever I feel like it. There you go. So I'm not gonna mute myself though. It's also got three different settings in the back. It's got a gain which I have low, so it picks up my voice only, and it's pretty nice. You know, they had a Rainier mic that was cheaper, but I don't know anything about that brand. And you looking at everybody on YouTube, everybody is like, "You Blue Yeti, Blue Yeti, Blue Yeti," you know, and so basically it's tried and tested already by people other than myself. So, and my son has a Blue Yeti for his streams. So that right there. Plus, I got a chance to buy the blackout edition. That thing is beautiful. Not only is it sturdy, but it's beautiful. It is beautiful. That's all black.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get me one.
You know, get it on sale. See if you can get the caster so we can get everything at once. Because I wound up paying the same I would pay for a Yeti caster, buying the things individually. Now, if I would have waited and maybe gone Amazon route, maybe not. But since I'm an impatient SOB, you know, and I wanted to go ahead and start working out the kinks, you know, because I think we're gonna get hot and heavy in Inktober. So I think that's when we're gonna get hot and heavy.
It looks like you got a decent deal. Um, did you get the full size Yeti or the Nano?
No, this is a full size, baby. This is
New eggs running it. It's $129,
and I got this one at the PX, no taxes.
but the caster bundle is $199.
Yeah, see, so I paid that much buying everything separately. I'm gonna send you on your Facebook Messenger. I'm right. This is how close I am to this mic, and you see the picture. And
I heard your camera.
yeah, yeah. Anything that's in front, it'll pick up as long as it's close to the mic. And I just sent it to you, and you'll see it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful mic. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I
it
bought
is.
that. I bought that little foam thing for pop filter because
Mhm.
the foam thing is $5 and the pop filter was like 30 where the place I went, and I was like, I'm not paying $30 for a pop filter. So that's not happening after I done spend, $200 on this. And now my wife is
No,
really
it's
gonna
just
kill
a
me.
plastic ring with pantyhose wrapped around it. It's not $30.
Yeah, I know, but I went to Guitars Center or Guitars Plus or whatever that.
Oh, that's why. It's probably some name brand one or something.
Yeah, and because we don't have anything else. Like I checked Best Buy, at Walmart, all the usual suspects. I should have went to a doggone pawn shop. Sometimes you'll find this stuff. People like want to be broadcasters or musicians, and then they run into
Mhm.
hard times and they pawn it. That might have been what I should have did. But hey, I look at it things like this. Sometimes I just like to buy it brand new, so I know there's no issues, or at least certified used. You can't get certified used at a pawn shop, not that I know of. But that doesn't mean it's not gonna work.
I'm sitting here looking at all the different releases of the Yeti Blue. There's a bunch.
Oh yeah, I don't know which one this is, to be honest with.
There's different colors and
Yeah.
different packages.
The blue one, Philip. Man, if I would have said the PX only had the silver and black. I went to Best Buy and they had a blue one, and that thing looks gorgeous.
The teal one.
Was it? Is it? Well, you know I'm colorblind, so it might be
Oh,
teal.
no, no, there's a blue one. I just asked that midnight blue.
Yeah, that thing looks nice. Speaking of colorblind, so we went to it's a place called, I don't know if that's a franchise that's everywhere or if it's just a North Carolina thing, but it's a place called the Coffee Scene, and it's it's a coffee place,
Hmm.
but they also sell gelato ice cream.
Oh, I love gelato.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. So I went there, and
Expensive ice cream.
on Saturdays, right? It's buy one get one free. So if you're in North Carolina and you haven't been to Coffee Scene and you haven't tried the gelato, go on Saturday. It's buy one get one free. Um, any size. It doesn't matter what size you get. It's buy one get one free. And my wife wanted the small, and they're color coded, right? It's supposed to be orange, blue, and green, right? Orange is the smallest one. So they're color coded. My wife says, I want the small one. I said, well, get the red one because I'm colorblind and I thought it was red, right?
Uh-huh.
I got corrected later on. So, so I said, get the red one, babe. She kept looking for the red one, right? I said, baby, just get that one, the red one, the red one. And she knew what was going on. She just didn't want to embarrass me in front of the people, right? So so she was like, babe, you know that's orange, right? I'm like, is it? I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I tried.
Since we're talking about that, I find it funny that it's huge misconception when people think of colorblind that they think you only see in black and white.
Yeah, no, I don't see in black and white, but I have problems with a lot of the shades. I could never blend colors and like Josh does or whatnot. There are some colors I can't tell you what it is, to be honest with you, but like if I wanted to blend like different shades of like whatever, red or orange, I'll get lost. I'll get lost in a heartbeat. You know?
Yeah, I have another friend who's colorblind, and you would never know it. Mainly because he's taught himself that if he sees brown, he knows that it's really orange, and he's memorized that.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing, excuse me. I taught myself by this is gonna sound dumb. I taught myself by reading the labels on crayons.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. If the crayon, like if the crayon says it's orange, and I know that a certain character is orange, like the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna look for an orange. Like I colored some of my color stuff I did with color pencils because they're labeled, right?
Would have never
And
thought about that, man.
so that's one way. That's one way that I do it. I like, okay, it's labeled. I know. I say, hey, and if I'm not sure, I ask my son or my wife, and they'll tell me, and then I'll go from there. But the thing is, I bought some because I'm not a really top level guy that's gonna buy $300 worth of Copic markers.
Mm-hmm.
I I have to figure things out. But what I did notice about the Copics is that they're labeled. They'll tell you what color they are. All right. And then what I've also noticed is if I go watch like Todd Knock color his pieces, he will tell you which Copic marker he uses. So he'll be like, oh, 0045, or 087, it's this color, and you blend it in with this other marker, which is 00 whatever. And then if you have those Copic markers and you want to color something, you already know what they are because somebody like Todd Knock will tell you every single detail of what they're using when they color. That is one stream I found pretty helpful.
Now, Josh showed me some guy's artwork, and I'm forgetting the guy's name, but he uses multiple shades of gray and black. But when his artwork's finished, there's definitely color being represented there. Like you're going to see some blues and browns. Um, he's just so good at the way he shades that he can represent color when there's no color at all.
That's crazy.
Um, Next time, well, if he gets on here, or next time, we'll get him to pull that up and show us because I mean, I was just blown away.
Yeah, I did buy some a grayscale set of markers, which are pretty doggone amazing. They are called Tumbo dual brush pens, and they are grayscale palette. They go from black all the way to white. So they're black, lighter black, lighter black. So I'm gonna say black, super dark gray, lighter gray, whatever, all the way down to
Uh huh.
almost a white marker. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 markers on a blender. So you could just do grayscale. So I've tried them. I'm gonna work with them some more. But ever since I bought the laptop, I've been really trying to take advantage of the digital aspect
Hmm.
just to get going on it. You know, like I said, I'm not by any means like an artist. I'm just, like right now, I'm just doing this is kind of easy, putting in blacks because of my uh thing. It's not a bad idea. But
Looking that up to see if I can find that. Yeah, he'll have to show us. I'm not seeing it anywhere.
I'll ask him definitely. That'd be interesting to see. That's amazing. I saw a video where this person was drawing circles, and at each stage of the circle I don't know if it was a he or she, to be honest with you, he would stop and make a darker area. And when it was said and done, I think he drew Marilyn Monroe just by drawing circles. It was crazy. I mean, there are so many people with so much talent out there. You know,
Yes, you were correct.
it's crazy. So how long have we been going? And this is all I've done.
I think you're moving right along.
This is all I've done on this piece, just coloring. But I mean, if a good inker can make a piece look really amazing, the piece is already good in my eyes. I don't think it needs anything. But I'm not like the best inker in the world either, so you know, maybe do a little bit of this. Uh, Boom. There you go.
Like I had told you before, I really like the black and white art.
Yeah.
A
I'm glad
lot of
you.
comics I read are 40s, 50s, and 60s horror comics. Um, and you have people like Bernie Wrightson. That's black and white, but the level of detail is far superior than anything I've seen color.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. In every era has something to it. Like every era has their great guy, the great artist. And every era brings something different to the table. You know, it's just art is subject. Art is subjective, and there was comes a time where people really were into detail and that is still excuse me, that's the first thing that I look at in a book to see if I'm going to buy it or not. How does the art look? Is the art good? And then I think about the story, and then I think about panel layouts and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I judge them. Unless, of course, it's Wolverine, and then I kind of lose all objectivity. I've been buying that Hunt for Wolverine one, and I don't know how I feel about it just yet. You know?
Yeah, they just that little series is over with, and now the Return of Wolverine is out.
Yeah, and I haven't caught up to that yet. Because I have put a lot of budget into the comics, so I'm trying to
Yeah.
take a breather.
You take a look at my screen. I pulled up some
Oh yeah,
attorney
that's it.
rights and stuff.
Yeah, let me
And
lock on to you real quick. Present to everyone. Oh yeah,
just check out the level of detail on this top one.
yeah. I like what he's doing, man.
A lot of his
I like what he's doing.
how much emotion is coming out of that.
But see, I think this is the dude that didn't believe in drawing lines, like lines for the faces and stuff like that. I say, yeah, who
I
was
don't
it?
know. He definitely has his own style.
But that's what That's good though. That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The cross hatching on that thing is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And
And the
you're
level
right. It
of,
looks like he doesn't have any lines. It's all darkness of his cross hatching.
yeah, there was an artist who said that
He does color too.
that he doesn't believe in drawing lines because when you look at your hand, there's not a line there. It's just how you draw it is what makes the difference. I was like, yeah, but you know, the
Yeah.
funny thing is, the only DC thing I ever read was Silent Rock. I feel bad because people, I've been a Marvel fan since day one.
I was a huge Marvel fan to begin with. Um, DC, I only pick up a few titles from, um, and most of them are these old horror books.
Yeah, a lot of people like horror comics for some reason. I'm not really a big horror guy. But if you think about it,
I only like the classic horror. When you get into the new stuff where it's a lot of blood and guts and stuff, I'm not. I'm not into, I guess, psychotic horror.
yeah. But then I find it funny that I say, well, I'm not really into horror, right? But then I like Blade, and I guess Blade is classified as horror. I look at Blade as a superhero movie.
Yeah, he's from the Werewolf by Night series. That's where he made his first appearance.
You
Um,
know, I look at him as a
I take
superhero.
that back. I'm telling you wrong. Tomb of Dracula. He started off in the Dracula books.
But he's a horror. He's a horror character. And I'm like, really, Blade? No, he's Marvel. He's a hero.
Vampires.
No, he's horror. I think what Blade is really not something that inspires horror. When I think about horror, he kills things that that are horror. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But so to me, I just thought of him as a hero book. But I guess technically he
You can
is
go ahead and
horror.
take that screen back, man.
I'm gonna take the screen back. Let me stop sharing you out. Stop presenting. All right, it should be on my screen now, I guess. Until you talk, then it should pop back to you. Yeah, you know what? Let me just leave it on mine for now, since I am actually doing
Yeah,
something.
I'm not presenting anything, so
So, I mean, I'm not doing anything, but dude, man, I greatly appreciate, even though we've never been in person, I appreciate the level of friendship you offer by sticking around, for this stream and whatnot and helping me figure this out, man.
dude, you was always there for me on the Xbox, man.
So I appreciate that. So I know it
And
sounds weird.
you sent me the artwork, and
Oh yeah, that Groot. Oof,
I love
that,
that group, man.
that Groot.
You really, he really looks like pieces of a tree. You know, I really like the style you did it in. It looks really good.
But remember when I told you I used to draft in Puerto Rico? I used to work in an architectural firm.
Uh huh.
Oh, I used to have to draw those patterns by hand. They weren't computer generated. They weren't always computer generated patterns. Draftsman used to have to draw those by hand, and I guess it just kind of stuck with me.
Oh, that's the way I started off too, man. Where I just had my drafting table with my arm, and that was it. Some
Yeah,
French curves.
yeah, we have to draw those by hand. Those patterns, yeah, we have to draw them by hand with ink. You know,
Which I've noticed in some of the drawing apps that they do have some of the patterns and stuff.
yeah, this one does. Clip Studio has
Hmm.
drawing patterns on it, which is amazing. I don't use them though because they're there to be used, yes, and they're there to help you out, yes, and you can copy and paste tree and change the angle and rotate them and make them smaller and make them bigger. But when you do something like that, you know, I think it takes away from the authenticity of the comic because not every tree should be the same. It shouldn't be the same tree,
Hmm.
copy and paste it and zoomed in and zoomed out. Now, if you do it a couple of times, just to start out if you're doing a forest scene or a park scene and you want to have like reference trees and you want to use the same tree for reference in three different areas like front, middle, and back, but then you spread those trees out in different areas to show that depth, and then you start creating your forest. I don't think there's a problem with that, and I don't think there's a problem if you want to copy and paste. It's an artist preference. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But I just think that it's not like that in real life, and I know comic books are not real life. Um, but
And I
I
think it all
think
boils down to time crunch.
yeah, and that's true. And if that's the case, something like a background scene is not going to make or break the comic. You know, it's just that I don't know. I feel like if I were ever good enough to do a comic, um, and I would want the viewer or the reader, the consumer, to get to feel like they're getting their money's worth when it comes to the art. You know, but
Agree.
like I said, it's it's artist preference, and nobody really cares about the background most of the time. They just care about the character, unless somebody like Yellow Flash reviews your comic. And then all of a sudden somebody cares about the backgrounds and the consistency of the characters and stuff like that. Paul Pelletier, if you ever see this, don't be mad at me, dude. I'm just practicing inks. I talked to you about it at Comic-Con. You said it was okay. You said it was okay. It was in Raleigh. It just passed. Just in case you need a reminder. I doubt that he ever watches YouTube and ever finds somebody like me. Um, unless somebody says, "Hey, do you see this dude? He was grifting on your stuff, man. He's just over there just laying inks like he owns it." And I don't. I do not.
So how long did it take you to pick up using the digital format?
I'm still learning it, dude. Like for me to draw, I still can draw. I can still get my idea out better on paper and pencil than I can on digital. Like,
I know when I tried it, my lines aren't looking as smooth as what
uh,
I'm seeing you and Josh do.
yeah, no, this program has like an anti-aliasing built in. I think it does.
Hmm.
But like I still can't hatch like my cross hatching with pen. I don't know if you can see that.
Uh-huh.
That's marker, pen, and paper, pencil. My cross hatching, I'm not at that level yet on digital. Like, I'm not there yet. Um, like this one, I did this one. Oh gosh, see if I can. This is pixelated because it came in small, and that's the only thing I hate about digital. You got to always use a high resolution and a big piece of paper. But I
Mm-hmm.
brought this in from a sketch that I did by hand, and I digitized it, so I can translate it over. Um, da, 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 da.
Yeah, you have to scan that in at a
Yeah.
lot higher resolution.
But the thing is, oh, what am I? The thing is, those are pictures I take on my iPhone because I really don't have a scanner yet. So
When I scan in comic covers, which is a little different than
wait a
sketched
minute.
artwork, just because you can see the printing dots if you go too high resolution.
There's your group.
Mm-hmm.
I took a picture of that and then redid it on digital. And so yeah,
I thought that looked familiar.
yeah. I did that. I took a picture with my iPhone and then brought it in and and digitized it. Yeah,
Yeah, but
but
it's all about the DPI, man.
yeah, I believe I have this one set to 600. No, this one says it's at 80 at 216 DPI. Okay, that's what I'm doing wrong with this one. So normally when I open a new one, file, come on, stop yelling at me. File, open. Nope, that's not what I want.
Oh, I knew.
File, new. When I click on this, if you look at my DPI, it's 600 DPI. I can go. I never tried 1200. I don't. This is the great thing about having a computer with a high graphics card. Your DPI count can
Mm-hmm.
go up. I never
600's
tried.
about what I use for scanning comic covers.
Yeah, so I could do 1200, and when I boost in and out, zoom in and out, I won't get that pixelation. But they say 600 is good enough for
Yeah.
this 600 is good enough if I remember correctly. I was told on no, I wasn't told personally. I saw on somebody's stream that Image uses 400 DPI for their comics.
Okay.
So that's just to give you some perspective, of what kind of what kind of detail you're looking at.
Well, man, I hate to do it to you, but I'm gonna have to end it here.
All right, but I appreciate you hanging in. I appreciate you hanging in. I will talk to you later.
Yeah, we'll do this again shortly.
Yep, I might still be on the stream. I'm just gonna might as well finish doing this,
Yeah,
and
I recommend it.
and I don't think anybody will join, but
Never know.
yeah. All right, but
Man, you have a
thanks a
good one.
million, man, because at least we were able to figure out that everything's working, the mic is working, it was worth the money, blah 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 blah. So that was good.
Yep.
All right, Philip.
All right, man. Catch you around.
Man. The breathe air told me I have to breathe. One viewer, me. Well, Rome was not built in a day, ladies and gentlemen.
How's it going, man?
Just finishing up the drawing. I
Still
mean,
streaming?
I'm still streaming. I'm by myself though.
My bad.
Oh, you're
I
good.
can go back in now. I was talking to someone, that's why.
Yeah, it's cool. If you want to join back in, you can. I'm almost done.
If you feel like you need it, or are you good for now?
I'm good. I mean, nobody's on the stream. Just me.
Honestly, that's the thing, man. You just watch out for other people. If you just remember, here's the best way to make content, right? In case someone's in there but they're not, saying anything.
Yeah.
Just if you think of anything coming to your mind while you're drawing, just talk about it, out loud. Just like basically talk to yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it says one person viewing, but I'm assuming that's me.
Yeah, probably. But like I said, just talk to you. Like whenever something comes to your head, just talk about it, make comments about it. Eventually when someone comes in, you can, start talking off of them, and every time they say something interesting, you can, talk about a topic and link, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the key.
This is my son. I like the mic setup though, man. What do you think? Was I coming in pretty clear?
Oh, what was going on?
Was I coming in pretty clear?
Yeah, dude. I mean, did you hear how I sounded?
Yeah.
That's pretty much how you sounded.
That was pretty good.
Like, you didn't hear much, right? You probably heard me typing though, didn't you?
Not really. I was so busy drawing and talking crap.
But yeah, like I said, you really can't hear the background noise. That's only like I said, if you boost the gain line, you might hear it. But even then, it's really faint. So if there is any, people get used to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People who actually like your content will be like, it's fine. Because it's not.
Oh, somebody else popped in. Hey, hello there. Who do we have joining the stream? Unless you just popped in. Wasn't you? It says 2 viewers, so I'm assuming someone is on.
Yeah, just watch out though. Some people just want to check out your content. But it's not always best to call them out, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's good to be inclusive, but try and, balance it because you don't want to. Some people just want to watch and don't want to interact.
That sounds good. Well, anyway, so it says a viewer popped in. Welcome to the stream. You don't have to chat. We don't have to talk. In case you're wondering what I'm doing is I'm testing out live streaming, so I wanted to go ahead and do a ink over a pencil that I just randomly pulled from online. It's Paul Pelleter. I keep butchering the guy's name. He is a marble artist. He's really good. He's a penciler. I met him at Comic-Con and bought some of his stuff, some of his original pencils. The guy is amazing and humble. And so I had a couple of people on helping me out with the live stream. But, everybody has to go home at one point or another. I had my son on to help me keep me on track. So I really appreciate you joining in. Um, I'm not a professional inker or anything like that. I'm just a guy who's a hobbyist. Working on trying to get better. So I decided that I would create a stream that kind of like a blog, a journal through my process as I grow through art. You know, so and this is it. You know, where I'll either try to draw some fan art or practice something like inking. Talk about whatever. So it's all good. You know. So basically, like I said, I'm just practicing inks. I'm planning on trying to do Inktober. So I plan on maybe doing a stream a day with the different themes. I'll download the Inktober uh, 31 day suggestion list, I guess is what you call it. And so I plan on doing that at least one a day. It won't be any fancy art, just basically some inks that may fall with a theme for that day. I think the first one is breakable. So I have to look at how I can illustrate something that's breakable or vulnerable, I guess, and ink that. So it'll be interesting. I think the list was made to make you think out of the box and just kind of improve on your art and whatnot, which is cool because I need all the help I can get. And of course, all the people that can join in and comment. And if you're a professional and or if you are way above my skill level and you want to point some things out, help me along the way, that's awesome too. I don't have any problems with that. It's a journey. I'm taking it with you, taking it together, I guess. Um, and hopefully, when my friends jump in, we talk about anything. Doesn't really matter. No rhyme or reason. We just like to be fellas, or people hanging out and talking about whatever. Most of my friends that will be joining are people that I game with on a regular basis on Xbox. One of the person that's going to hopefully joining, Josh, is a really, really good artist, and I hope that we can get it together so both him and I can stream so y'all can see some of his artwork. It's amazing. I am new at this live streaming thing, but once this video is over, I'm probably gonna link Josh's Instagram and his Twitter. He has got some really good stuff out there. And if y'all want to check him out, that'd be awesome. My other partner in crime, Bitbiter, 0101, who was helping me out testing the mic levels and making sure that everything was coming in clear. And of course, that the screen sharing was going to work. He has his own channel. He does like comic reviews and he'll post the new comics or backlogs that he gets. He has some pretty good stuff. I think he's just about to post his stuff in a minute, and I'm almost done. So I'm just doing this little portion. Like I said, this is practice. This is just practice. Trying to get my feet wet with digital inking um, and digital drawing because it's the easiest way for me to share. Um, I'm still working out the kinks on how these other people are able to use an iPhone or whatever on a gooseneck and still are able to give you a good glimpse of what they're drawing. Is when I tried it, it was grainy and it was terrible, and I don't think that makes for good viewing. But with that being said, Josh suggested that Inktober only be done in ink and paper. So I am going to continue to work that out. I bought a new cam. I do have an iPhone 10 that I might be using, but I've seen people who stream using their iPhones have issues because someone calls them or sends them a text and it interrupts the stream. I don't think that makes for a pleasant viewing experience. And people are understanding for the most part. They know. They don't get upset, and that's what I like about some of the people that watch these kind of streams. They are pretty relaxed, pretty laid back. They're not very uh I would say trolly. Well, we lost that one viewer, so there goes that. Back to zero. Well, methinks I'm gonna call it a day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you joining us. I'm gonna wrap it up for now. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. If you watch the stream, if you watch the repeat, I'm gonna condense this. I'll probably take the audio out so it'll be more palatable because this is a long stream. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and thank you for joining. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.